Welcome, everyone. It is Sandra Alexei here on January 20th, 2021, and the sun moves into Aquarius today officially for 1 month. Okay, I am from Game Changer GameOn YouTube channel, and the book that I co-authored was Game Changers. It's the new model of relationships with an Aquarian energy, which is what we're into the Aquarius. That's what happened December 20th. Jupiter and Saturn went into it. Now we have a month, and Pluto in 2022, 2023 will go in. So this is great. It's all about self-discovery, and you can order it online. If you just go to the right, it goes in hardcover, softcover, ebook, and audio. So you have your choices. Okay, I would really appreciate, I thank you for taking the time today, and I would really appreciate it if you would share, if you would comment, and if you would subscribe. And if you put a comment once a month, I do a draw for a mini reading, because I'm actually a spiritual and business coach. And if you go underneath and show me, my website is there. It's called mypersonalamuse.com. And I do astrology and numerology, and I coach. I've also written other books. I was an educator, cosmetologist, and a spa consultant. And so you can see all of the work that I've done in my website. And I also have a photo album of the different places I've been in, all the articles that I have written for Spa Canada magazine. Okay, I've been blessed to have a really good life. So 2021, well, it is a 5 energy, so it is going to be a change. And so today, this is about the Aquarian energies, the Aquarian season, we call it, from January 20th to February 20th. And it's about freedom. So that's the big word for Aquarius, okay? It's also crazy, it's shocking, it's unpredictable, and it's very exciting, okay? It's about rebirthing. The question for you that I have is, who have you become after all this chaos that we've been in 2020? Do you have more personal power? Are you more authentic and transparent? Okay. Welcome to this 5 change universal energy of 2021 and the power of the Aquarian season, as I say, from January 20th to February 20th. The Aquarius New Age has brought a rise in consciousness. That's why everybody's talking about the awakening and that type of thing, okay? So we can call it the awakening, the ascension, moving from 3D to 5D to 7D, to all that is needed individually and globally, connecting us to the golden age of this time. What is that? Sovereignty and populism. Okay, so we are sovereign beings. We do have rights, okay? And the populism you can see all over the world as far as the politics go. The days of the hierarchical system is moving to more of a horizontal, okay? And the politicians need to understand that they work for the taxpayer. There's a big shift in consciousness, okay? A lot more, but if you look at some of my past videos, I have everything about the Pluto change, the Uranus change, everything, okay? So we are shifting again, as I said, from the hierarchical control to the horizontal networking, wherein, like, governments are going to realize they work for the taxpayers. All societal systems will begin to understand, okay? Anywhere there is where taxpayer money is paid, so government is different for tradespeople, small business, that's totally different, okay? Now we're talking government. We're talking government fiscal responsibility and accountability, okay, to the populist. The question, it's a big one, who pays your wage? That will cause quite the upheaval, as there is a lot of corruption and payoffs. So when we look at the government, I mean, we've seen it here in Canada, and other governments, there's it's always called graft, like I'll do you a favor. So if I'm a senator and my wife belongs to another country, and there's political deals that can be done where I can make money, that type of thing, okay? So this is where the upheaval is. So Pluto in Capricorn is deconstructing all the society structures that are based upon control, greed, corruption, power, elitism, etc. So when we think of going into politics or going into anything, it's about the people. Just as a teacher, you're there for the student. Just as a politician, you are there for the taxpayer. It's not for your personal agenda to involve yourself in corruption and greed to make more money and get power. Societal systems that are being deconstructed are politics, healthcare systems, pharmaceutical, education, lower and higher, religion, family systems, relationships, business, etc. Some big, magical Aquarian energy is in the cosmos right now. We actually have a stellium, which is when 3 or more planets are in a particular sign, okay? So the Sun, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn. Wow. And to think every one of us has it somewhere in our natal chart. Very exotic and very eccentric. So it's going to play out for every one of us in a different way. There's going to be more of an intensity of this. Wow. We will be encouraged and forced to change our mindsets and understand different perspective as the Sun moves into Aquarius as of today, as we experience the American presidential inauguration. The moon today on the 20th is going to be at 29 degrees of Aries, which is a critical degree. So emotions will run very high with protests and turmoil. It is the breaker of traditions and established order. Its urge is progressive and futuristic. So Aquarius itself, we all say, what sign are you? I'm an Aquarius, I'm an Aries, whatever. So Aquarius is ruled by the planet Uranus, which is known as the Great Awakener. And it looks like an electrical jolt, hence lightning, so it's fast, okay? It's also, its ancient ruler was Saturn, was Saturn, okay, which is more restrictive, okay, and pragmatic, realistic, that type of thing. Aquarius is ruled and so is known as the Great Awakener, and so the new energies of light, okay, we all know the new energies of light are coming as portals. The Aquarian energy itself is a game changer, okay? As we shift from earth energies to air energies. So Uranus is, and now this is important, is associated with the urge towards freedom, independence, originality, and individuation. And so we are now down in lockdown, or I say house arrest. We're being told what to do, where to go, whatever. So that's not really good when we're having this kind of sovereignty and freedom and that type of thing. Aquarian individuals themselves, and so again, it's going to be everywhere that's in your chart, but the energy itself, okay, is they're highly creative, awake, usually tradespeople and healers and artists and that type of thing. They're not indoctrinated or brainwashed because freedom is their word. Individuals are now encouraged to become strong and aligned with the divine and source and have the courage to stand up for who you are and what your beliefs are and what your knowings are. Activated societal Aquarius energy spurs technology breakthroughs, and that is what gave us the internet. However, Aquarius energy is overly complex and compels us to be humanitarian and have a social justice, okay? So that's why integrity and honesty as part of the collective and networking experience. So a horizontal system rather than hierarchical system benefits all involved. Now, that doesn't mean that everybody's going to sit on their butt and get a check all the time. Somewhere we have to be creative, and money is energy, and create it. You are to align, find your purpose, and find your gifts, and then share them with humanity. Whether you barter, you get money for it, whatever. However, Aquarius is a very independent energy. Okay, so we've moved from Pisces. So this is the season, this 30 days, but it's the whole era now we're in. So it's all about being self-sufficient, self-responsible, balanced masculine and feminine, head, heart, hair, a left and right brain. There's more of a wholeness, a unity. So as a man or as a woman, and I'm not going to get into the transgender stuff, not going there, okay? It is very great for working with highly conscious, like-minded others, promoting social advancement and improvements for the benefit of all involved. The Aquarian energy can be very unpredictable, and those souls behave or believe, and so they behave in the fact that they're usually activists. Okay, they have an actual mission to make life better for the children of today and their children of tomorrow. And it is an objective, very intellectual, impersonal, and aloof energy. So it's very discerning about commitment, okay, about commitment, very detached and very insightful, okay? So they might seem a little bit cold at first, but they're getting to know. It's all about knowings. Are we on the same page? If I'm going to commit to anything, is it going to be to the benefit of all involved, or is one going to be a host and one be a vampire? That doesn't work anymore. Aquarius connects us to energies of originality. We say electricity, and we're electrical beings. Astrology, eccentricity, freedom, radical expression, and epiphanies of all sorts. So have you been getting epiphanies? A very progressive energy. It craves innovation and orients us to the future and what's possible. When activated, it catalyzes creativity, new insights, or exciting novelty. We experienced the Jupiter and Saturn conjunction in Aquarius on December 20, which catapulted us into this mysterious energy. So Saturn in Aquarius, so on December 20th, we had Saturn in Aquarius and Jupiter move into Aquarius, and they had a conjunction, and it catapulted us into this, okay, energy. So let's look at it first. So Saturn in Aquarius is about limits. Remember, Saturn was the ancient ruler, so it's comfortable. It's there. It's home there. It was the ancient ruler, so it's about control, being conservative, rules, time, logic, caution, order, obedience, conformity, regulation, material, tangible reality, while Jupiter in Aquarius has a different energy, okay? Okay, so it's about insights, downloads, breakthroughs, breakdowns, freedom, future, rebel, being in the now, lightning bolt, power, frequency, electricity, awakening to a higher order, sky god, galactic, uniqueness, personal essence, timelessness. It's a maverick, it's revolution. Kind of what's happening in the collective right now, and maybe within you. Some are experiencing ascension symptoms of body aches and pains, especially with the arms and legs. Some anxiety and confusing, which can be very frustrating as we are in many shifts of changes. The global war between the light and dark, truth versus non-truth, deceptional, illusional, delusion, and reality. The great awakening that leads us towards full consciousness. So how conscious are you? Okay. Keep your life simple and take care of self as the metamorphosis continues, become the butterfly. Physically, mentally, and emotionally, it's taking its toll on the watchers, no matter what side we're on. Many of us are feeling the wounds of depression, lowered immunity, chronic and depleting exhaustion okay, with the lockdowns, not being able to see family and friends and that type of thing, and all of the uncertainty. I think it's just the uncertainty. So it's be gentle and have patience with self, learn to love self, finding your worth and value. Be prepared to have a lot more disclosure of truth collectively. That may be very, very hard for you to believe because it's going to be very satanic and very evil. All of that has to be purged. It's like it's the shadow of the collective, and we're working with our own personal shadow to rise in consciousness, okay? And I just thought of something because I worked in a prison for a while, and so there was murders, whatever. And so they would say some people, it was a crime of passion. Okay. I can remember one lady. So she was a great, beautiful woman, pharmacist, whatever, and came home, caught her husband in bed with somebody and took a gun and shot him. Okay. So she was in the prison for crime of passion. Okay. And so she did have remorse. So we say, do you have no conscience? Like some people have no conscience, okay? There's children that can rip out the tongues of baby birds, okay? So basically there is not a conscience there. So we're talking about creating a greater awareness, okay, of what is good, what is evil, and what is dark, okay? And there is a difference. A lot of people are saying there's no difference. It's a perception. It's like whatever. Well, I'm sorry. Okay, the bottom line is I still do live on the 3D plane. I don't think my house is going to go. I don't think I'm going to go live in a spaceship. Maybe my consciousness is going to shift. However, there's two things I do know. And that's the realist I am, even though I'm very, very, very spiritual and have had a lot of great experiences and whatever. I just want you to remember, when I get on a scale, I can have 4 scales there, and it might be one in and out. That is my weight. At the end of the month, I can check my bank balance, and that's there. So don't let people try to indoctrinate, brainwash you, okay, confuse you. That's one of the reasons why they wanted to get rid of all of our history from the past, because they wanted to wipe it out so that we are here and we're a clean slate that they can indoctrinate us. So we don't believe that there was ever the Holocaust didn't happen. Well, you know what? Those things did happen. And what we need to do is we need to learn from the past, okay? So we're all purging, pardon me. So also remember, we're purging also. So you will be releasing and becoming transparent. So do not be shocked at the true colors of yourself and of others. So there's a process of discernment and detachment as new friends are going to be coming into your life and new relationships. So many blessings, much love, a great time to have a private session or reading. Thank you for taking your time. And again, I would appreciate it if you would like, share, really like if you subscribe, because I'm wanting to get more people to subscribe. Okay, I'm going to have and I will be interviewing a very, very spiritual, mystical guest tomorrow. So that video will come up. So again, the book is a great idea, and Valentine's Day is coming. And I know husband and wife that were going through a separation, they had decided to go on a trip. This is when I was on tour. And so she bought 2 of them. So they each had one when they went on tour. Okay, if you know relationships that are struggling, it's a great idea. It's all self-discovery. The first chapter is interactive exercises. And I will bet if you did get this book like a year ago and you redid the 8 areas of interactive exercises in the first chapter, a lot of those questions might have changed because of the dynamics of how your world has changed. Always remember the first relationship is to know thyself, and then understand as we evolve, mature, and we change, and we take the time to reflect on who you are right now and what your needs are in the now. So change is inevitable. And once a month, I draw a name for a mini reading, and I do it via Zoom. So every time you make a comment, your name goes into the draw for January, and then I will contact the winner. What I do want to say is, it just has come to me. I've been getting a lot of insights and downloads. Is that this moment right now is 2:23 p.m. I can't go back to 15 minutes ago and change anything. I can't go back to noon when there was the big inauguration. What do I have control over? And so where do you spend your energy? Where's your energy? Is it in the past with regrets and wishing and whatever? Or is it in the future? Oh, I'm going to do this. I can hardly wait till I retire. I can hardly wait till I'm going to hardly wait to this. Or can you be in the now? And can you find peace in the now? And can you be engaged in the now, whatever it be? Or do you, it's not up to me. I'm not judging. It's just, I am busy all the time. I'm very engaged. I call myself semi-retired. Even when I had a full-time career, I still did my businesses on the side. So find your passion. I think that's what I have. It's like, I find my passion. I know my gifts. I enjoy being by myself, and I enjoy what I do. And I am very, very grateful to every one of you for all the people that I have met through social media, have connected like-minded people. Some I've seen on Zoom, some I haven't, but it's the frequency is the same. And that's important for me because I don't do drama anymore, and I'm not going to get involved in, I'm not going to change anybody. I'm not here to change anybody. I'm here to be, and I'm here to invite people into my circle of influence, or now our Aquarian network, that we're all on the same page, and we're here to assist each other. And how we assist each other is we share our gifts, and we assist humanity. So thank you so much for taking the time, and enjoy this Aquarian energy. Take care.